sense of when someone uses, or when someone's having a bad day, they take their emotions out on, the girl at the register, not because they have anything against her, just because that they don't know where to direct that energy or where to direct that chaos in their brain. And that's the first person they see and they throw it at them. So with you speaking about your journey and how you helping other people's, I related to the fact of people are using, individuals all around us are using money to push out their emotions or display themselves rather than being vulnerable and really digging down deep and figuring out what's going on. What are they unhappy with? What are they want to change about themselves or about the situation that they're in? And sometimes it is a lot easier to just throw $100 at it and make it walk away, but you don't even realize that that's what's happening.
Yes, exactly. And that's when we find ourselves going in circles too, because we never healed. We never addressed the root cause. We just, like you say, threw $100 on it. It's like putting a Band-Aid in something. And then if you don't heal, you'll fall into the same thing again. And sometimes it does express itself, like you say, by, going off to the cashier or something like that. And sometimes it does express in how we deal with our money. So yeah, that's so good what you shared.
Okay. So do you find yourself as you're at this point in your journey, do you find yourself going back or continuously moving forward?
Oh, well, no journey is perfect. So I find myself for sure sometimes going back. Now, obviously, with the experiences and lessons learned, the steps backwards are not as massive as the ones that I would have experienced in the past. So understanding these things and having this self-awareness, it definitely helps. And it can really literally transform your life. But with that said, no journey is perfect. There are times where I fall, maybe I do fall into an impulse purchase that gets in the way of me achieving things that I really want and that I really want to accomplish in the financial aspect of my life. But that's another thing that we also work on. It's just the fact that having financial health is not an end goal. It's actually a lifestyle. It's a journey, and no journey is ever going to be perfect. And it's really, really important, especially when it comes to money, to practice self-compassion, because for some reason, money has many times so much shame and guilt attached to it. Whenever we do a misstep, or whenever we don't behave the way we think we're supposed to behave with it, we feel so guilty. We feel so ashamed. We don't want anyone to know. And that can also lead into another destructive cycle of, the negative feelings coming from guilt and shame, and you wanting to not feel those feelings. And so you end up maybe making another bad decision with your money, right? So self-compassion is so important. That's definitely something that I practice to this day, because my journey is not perfect either. And no journey is, honestly. That's just part of living, right?
Right. No, everyone's always working on some type of journey, whether they know it or not.
Exactly. And honestly, there's so many aspects to money. The area regarding money that I focus on is in money management, and how can we make the money that we make now work best for us, right? And we address the emotions and the feelings that are attached to the decisions we make when it comes to how we spend our money. But then there's there's a whole other conversation of the emotions that we experience when it comes to making money, right? So that's a whole other topic. And that's, for example, the one that I continually learn, that I continually find myself learning as well, right? Because sometimes even the low self-esteem that expressed itself in my life in the past regarding how I spent my money, it can show up in my ability to make money, right? Maybe charging lesser prices, or, if you're in a job, not having the courage to ask for a raise, even though you know your worth, so there's so many areas that we need to address when it comes to our financial decisions, that it's an ever evolving and ever moving forward journey, because I don't have it 100%, that's for sure, but the experience that I have gained, I feel so confident that it can really change people's lives when you get a hold of how to manage your money. That can transform the confidence that you have, honestly, in other areas of your life too. So yeah, it's a learning process in every single way, just like in every area of our lives.
Right. Now, what is one piece of advice you'd give anyone about money?
One piece of advice that I would give anyone about money: start looking at money as an ally. Sometimes we might see money as an end goal. Sometimes we might see it as something that actually, sometimes we might not see it, right? We neglect it. So we really need to look at money as an ally, as a relationship. And just like with any partner, a relationship will not thrive when you neglect it. And a relationship will not thrive when it's one way and it's just selfish, right? Same as with money. So take care of your money, learn how to take care of your money. And if you're working for money, that's fantastic, but also learn how to make money work for you, because this relationship needs to be two ways. So learn how to take care of your money and learn how you can make your money work for you.
All right. I like that advice.
It's a relationship, two ways.
All right. Now, how do people find you to get your help, find out your journey, find out more?
So the place that I'm most active is Instagram. So you can find me as Vivi Schenk. That's VIVISCHENK. Or you can also visit my website, which is vivischenk.com, where you can learn of ways that we can work together.
All right. Sounds good. Well, thanks, Vivi. Thanks, Vivi, for coming on. I appreciate you sharing your journey and as well as giving us some helpful tips. Okay, so Vivi shared her money journey. And if it resonated with anyone in any kind of way, I would reach out and just have a chat. Why not? I'm your host, Rockshana. Today's guest was Vivian Schenk. Be sure to tune in each week for a new episode. And remember, everything and anything goes. The sky is the limit. Music for the Things That Nature podcast is an original track by Jared Sacramento called Dosage.